Hi folks, and welcome back to Jomtien. We're at a doozy today. I'll show you exactly where we are in a second. It's actually not Jomtien, but what's special, we got a place right behind me to look at. I've already parked in the garage. We're in a subdivision here in Na Jomtien called Nagawara. When I first moved here 7 years ago, I lived in a condo just outside the gate, basically. I could almost throw a rock and hit this place from there. So I'm familiar with this neighborhood. This place was there then, but it's very established, it's very mature, but this is a brand new home within this place. Somebody bought one of the homes and basically took it all apart and put it all back together again with all new cool stuff. For this, it's so unique. We're gonna call this top luxury or top end because there is no house this grand as close to the beach as this is. Well, let's just go straight in. The place has huge doors, like for a castle. They're like 5 feet across. And they must be, I don't know, 3-4 inches thick of steel. We're gonna go in, we're gonna hop on the elevator. That's right, there's an elevator in here. And we're gonna go up to the second floor and start the tour from there. So I made it. We're on the second floor. This is not the master bedroom. This is actually what's called the junior master. We'll get to all that. But first, let's talk about how big this place is. It's huge. When you're talking about an elevator and 3 floors. So, square meters of living space.
Living space over around 700 square meters.
700 square meters, maybe right around there. I don't know exactly 700 square meters. And I believe the land is 147 talangwa.
Yes.
There's a 100-meter deck upstairs that we're going to. This is kind of just like a small private deck for you or your guest. Like I said, the junior master suite. 6 bedrooms.
Yes.
But an additional bedroom, which is where the maid sleeps. So that's also where the laundry room is. The maid has her own little house outside of this house with a bedroom, a bathroom, and that's where the laundry room is too, which is appropriate. I mean, if you're going to have a house of this stature, you probably are going to have a maid, or at least need a maid maybe. So you'll have the quarters for it. But the rest, so it's 6 bedrooms and 8 bathrooms inside the house.
Yes.
The 9th bathroom and the 7th bedroom would be the maid's room, depending on how you want to count that. But that's a lot. That's a lot of square meters. That's a lot of rooms. And then what is the selling price for the house? So in Asian culture, a lot of times 8s are lucky numbers. This house sells for 58,800,000. I'll put the US dollars on the screen. That's a steep amount. But like I said, if you want a luxury house and be by the beach, you don't have many more options. This is top luxury. You can get a house like this, maybe even bigger than this. For about the same price out in the dark side. But being that close to the beach, that's the selling point. That's what I think they're creating here. And also there's going to be shopping on Sukhumvit Road here. It's where the new, I don't know if it's an Icon Siam or what it's going to be. There's going to be a fancy shopping mall out here. This is the place if you really want to be close by Pattaya, close by the beach, and be in top luxury. So I tell you, this junior master suite is as nice, if not nicer than most master suites I've seen. So, wow. Lot to like in here. Nice little working area. The bathrooms, one thing that's special, you can probably hear my voice change, and I'll show you this. It's a very high roof right here in this, when it's one of those peaks that you can see from the drone footage that I showed you. But in the bathroom, the center stone from the kitchen carries over into here on all the cabinetry and on the walls. The floors, these aren't your regular tiles. These tiles are 2 meters long, about 2 meters by 1.5 meters wide. It really ties the room together, and it really makes it look, might make it look bigger than it is, although it is a big area, but it definitely just gives it, lets it flow a little bit more instead of seeing all the breaks for the tile. And then this whole cavernous thing back here is your shower and your bathtub. So this is pretty standard for all the bedrooms, but we'll look at them all. We'll at least go and take a quick look. Also on the second floor here is a wine cellar. That's where the wine cellar is, kind of in the middle of the house. So everybody can get to it, and it's also right off of the elevator shaft. But beautifully done, and that has its own special air conditioning unit, so it stays just cold enough. This would be like, I guess, the the third bedroom. There's 2 bedrooms on the first floor, 2 on the second floor, and then the master bedroom is, I don't know, it's kind of on its own floor in between. Well, that'll be the last one we look at. But very spacious area. The cabinetry also special. If you look in the drawers, I'll show you. One of these drawers is like leather lined, not leather, I'm not sure what it is. It might be leather, but just to see that in a regular closet, all the felt pads in it, the leather lined drawers, very nice, very nice. Big TVs in all the rooms, the light fixtures, something like you never see before, just kind of fantastical. But they're very effective. They light the room very well. It's not like a point of light, it's like a splash of light. This bathroom is like a cigar, I don't know what you call that, cigar or coffee or whatever, but it's here again, the center stone. This one's a little bit smaller, only 1 sink and no tub. So the third bedroom just has its own shower, but it's an ensuite, no less, for that bedroom, and even a little makeup space out here right outside the bedroom. So also a bedroom here on the third floor, basically the same as what we looked at on the second floor. But this one does have its own little balcony here. It's not the big balcony like the junior master suite, but a nice little balcony here for the fourth bedroom. You're on the third floor, and you can see, look at the view you have back here. I don't think they could build anything on this vacant lot because there's condos already built all around it. It's like that's the leftover piece, and they do have to have green space in and areas for drainage and things like that. So that's probably going to stay that way. So 2 sides of the third floor. The other side that doesn't have a bedroom has your great big rooftop deck. And this is 100 square meters of rooftop deck right here. You've got a barbecue over here, a full wet bar. This is where you'd have your party in the evening, place for all the guests to sit, even umbrellas. And right over here is even a little washroom, so they don't have to go traipsing through one of the bedrooms or whatever, using somebody else's washroom. There's one right here for your rooftop party guests to enjoy. And here again, you have the view of the great big no man's land back here. Very private. Very, very private. It's quite a little view up here, only on the third floor, but still very nice. As I look across, I really can't see many of the other houses. The trees are mature enough in this neighborhood, you really can't see anybody else's house. Over here you can, the ones across the street, but all I basically see is rooftops. It's like this one kind of towers above. This is like the castle, and that's all the peasantry housing. It's not, it's all the same neighborhood. They're all nice houses, but that's kind of what it feels like, because I'm just looking out on a sea of rooftops here. So from the rooftop deck, we've got to walk down the stairs. We could take the elevator, but the elevator is going to take us back to the first floor, and we have some stuff to look at there, because there I think is where the ultimate man cave is. So we'll just walk down the steps. It'll expedite the tour. But very accessible if you have any kind of mobility issue. Very accessible with that elevator. But this is your master suite. It's huge. Probably double the closets that they had in the junior master suite. I think that's a big feature of this. The bed looks about the same, and you do have a little patio. However, the patio at the junior master suite I actually like better with the 2 lounge chairs. This one just has I think later you could build a little, that might be like a little putting green over there. So I think that still might be a work in progress, or whoever buys the house can design it whatever they want. But you do have the capability of extending that or using that for a putting green or whatever. But a nice little balcony over here. And I like how the room kind of wraps around the bed. You can walk completely around the bed, and you got a nice work area here where you do your, I don't know, whatever paperwork you have to do or whatever, right there in nice private conditions. And the bathroom, same as what we looked at downstairs, basically with one of the great big soaking tubs with the brass fixtures. A shower's a bit smaller here, but still adequate. I think you could squeeze 4 people in there if you had to. 2 sinks. The toilets are all electronic. They're like the electronic toilets from Japan, where they open the seat for you. The the lid, opens the lid first, and then opens the seat, and it tells you the temperature, I guess like the heated seat, the water, it can spray water, it does everything. It's one of those. This, I think, a party piece of the house. You have a lot of cabinetry along here. This is all built-in cabinetry back here in the hallway. Another bedroom there. Like I said, there are 2 bedrooms on the first floor, this being one of them. They're much the same as the extra bedrooms that we saw on both the second and third floors, but just its own thing. So the first floor is definitely the biggest of the floors. There's the most happening on here, where the kitchen, 2 bedrooms, and then this 3 TV sets surrounding a pool table, a very nice, stylish pool table, inlaid cabinetry with glasses, bar, dartboard, everything you'd need for your little party room, man cave. And then that opens up right out here to another, not a rooftop, but just another barbecue area. This one, perhaps, I think I like this one better than the real rooftop one. The barbecue grill is like twice the size, still has the sink, lots of nice seating, and the pool's right here. So this is the place. I guess the rooftop, if you had a big occasion or something, but for just a normal evening get together, this is where you'd be. This is where you eat your meal, barbecue, wash up, whatever. Enjoy, have the pool right here, all surrounded by the wall and all these tall trees where really you can't see out and they can't see in. 3 big loungers. I don't know what these are made out of, but it's like a soft material. I'm not sure I've seen one like that before. They're not adjustable or anything. There's some kind of plastic or I don't know what, but they just sit there. They're rather lightweight. Doesn't look like they fold up or anything. That's what you see is what you get. But I guess they can sit in that water. There's no problem being constantly in water because they're submerged by about 4 inches of water in the pool here. That area has the little wading pool and then the hot tub. And then the sauna. And then this will be the second bedroom down here on the first floor that has direct access to the pool area. So, air conditioning feels good. I hope my camera doesn't fog up. The doors here, everything top quality from the front door that it's like Fort Knox coming in the front door to all these. You can hear some sound outside and then not. Very good. Plenty of outlets. I noticed they did the USB on a lot of the outlets, just like that. By the beds, all the ones by the beds, on the countertops, the makeup mirrors, they all have the USB. So that brings us down to where we came in. We're back on the first floor. We came through the man cave with the pool table. We went out to the barbecue. And then I walked back in through the extra bedroom and now over to the kitchen and the living room. And of course, that has pool access. The kitchen, beautiful refrigerator. Bosch appliances here. There are 2 stoves, 2 ovens. These are really hard to shoot because there's a glare on them. You can probably see but I think the top one's a microwave. It's so hard to read. And the cabinets, check this out. That's like a pantry. There's a built-in pantry. It's not like just a regular cabinet or you waste the whole room being a pantry. This is kind of your pantry right here. Great big, I don't know, this is probably an induction. This cooktop is probably induction. Great big drawers here full of cutlery and everything you need to cook up a 7-course meal. Again, with the USB outlets on the plugs and all the lighting, under the counter lighting, and the center stone covering everything, even in a waterfall fashion coming down off the sides of the countertops. So now who's this house for? This house isn't for everybody. This is top luxury. This house is for the top, I don't know, maybe 5% or something that could afford something like this, which definitely isn't me and may not be you, but it's kind of cool to look and see what is available. This is for somebody that wants not only the best of what they can get, but to be still close by the beach. And that's key. Sukhumvit Road, just minutes, literally a minute or 2 away. Jomtien Beach Road, about 3-4 minutes away. And then the beach. So it's not that close to Pattaya, but you kind of have to be that far out from downtown to get something like this. So there you go. If you're shopping for a home like this, and you were hoping to find something like this, just send me a message. I can hook you up if you want a viewing or something like that. I know the agent, the broker, they're friends of mine. My email address is in the About tab of my YouTube page. So you can always just throw me an email if this was your dream house. But I realize it's definitely not for everybody. I'm just so interested to see what the next level is. Every year it's like another level of luxury, and then you figure they run out of spots, they run out of spaces, but they never do. It's always another place, another neighborhood, or even in this case, taking an existing neighborhood and transforming a house, making it all new again, redesigning it, and making something that's totally unique and top-end luxury.
There you go. You know, Jomtien, known by many as maybe a cheaper alternative to Pattaya, the cheap Charlie version of Pattaya, I've heard it called. Well, you know, this kind of confronts that idea. A big top luxury mansion like this, one of the more expensive homes that you can get that close to the beach anywhere in the whole Pattaya region. So, definitely a look at maybe how the other half lives, put it that way. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the episode. Something else next time, but for this one, from the Jomtien Mansion here, gotta leave it off right here.
And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.